What's up, YouTube? Bad Fragger, back with another fragrance video for you, and today I've got something really cool. Philipp Plein, No Limits. Now, Philipp Plein is a German fashion designer. He's worth about 300 million USD. He makes watches. He makes all kinds of stuff. The watches are pretty cool. The watches come in this like little skull case. They're neat. Um, Now, he started out making dog beds. And I looked up some of these dog beds online, and they're like $5,000 for a customized like dog bed. So that's where he started. But the guy is a big time fashion designer, and you've got to see the video for this thing. The ad for this fragrance is so over the top, like you couldn't fit any more cliches in this video. It's like a crazy '90s music video. You got half-dressed women, you got supercars, you got stuff on fire, you got him doing push-ups between Bentleys. It's just an over-the-top, obnoxious video, like just the most douchebaggy video. But it's pretty cool. Like my buddy that I swap fragrances with, one of my fragrance buddies, he sent me the video. I watched it, and let me just say, Philipp Plein is a genius, because if you have a video that's that obnoxious, that over the top, that crazy, obviously when people see it, they're gonna want to know. Well, hey, like, what's the fragrance smell like? They're gonna be interested, and what better way to get people sharing the video and getting people talking about the fragrance than to have the most over the top video that everybody's going to be talking about and sending to their friends and saying, hey, check this thing out. So getting into the presentation, the box is pretty cool. You could say it's a little on the tacky side. I think it's super cool. I love it. Just it's got the hologram. It's got a hologram. You can see that on the front. It goes from the Philipp Plein skull to a $, and it slides open. Your fragrance sits inside here. Really cool packaging. Yeah, it's a little obnoxious. It's a little tacky, maybe, but I like it. So that's the box. Now the bottle. It's a credit card. You got a trillion is apparently the limit on this thing, although the fragrance is called No Limits. Apparently there's this limit, $1 trillion. And then your spray comes out where the little card would be, that, on a credit card, you got that little, the card that it reads when you put it in. And then the chip. And then on the top, you got Philipp Plein logo on the atomizer. But overall, I think it's a pretty cool bottle. It gets a lot of hate. The bottle gets a lot of hate. The advertising for this gets a lot of hate. But heck, I think it's pretty cool. And again, I think Philipp Plein is a genius. The way that he's marketed this, and the way that he's done the bottle, the way he's done the presentation, I think it's genius, because it definitely sets it apart from other stuff. It's pretty cool. So getting into the scent here, I got a cheat sheet. So let me just go off my cheat sheet here and go over the notes. Now, this doesn't have your standard set of note breakdown: open, mid, base. We don't have that here. That's not good enough for Philipp Plein. It's 4 categories. Now, if you look it up on Fragrantica, you're just going to get the notes like you normally would for any other fragrance. But if you look it up on Philipp Plein's website, you're going to get 4 categories. And those 4 categories are: first, you got high voltage energy. That's the first category. And it starts out with ultra bright aquatic notes, bergamot, and ginger. Then the second category is going to be $, money. And that one is black pepper, cardamom, cinnamon and cloves, and star anise. Okay, so that's the second category. The third category is sex and addiction, and that one is dark chocolate, bourbon, black vanilla, incense, black amber accord. And then the final category is muscles power. And that one, okay, I saw that when I first looked at the breakdown on this thing, that I had to get this fragrance just based on this. The first thing in the muscles power category is high tech laser woods. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to know what high tech laser woods smell like? Then you got cedarwood, patchouli, oud, and leather. Leather is the last thing on the in the last category, but let me assure you, this is a leather forward fragrance. That's what it is. And anybody who's watched my channel knows that anytime there's a fragrance that's leather forward, that's a leather fragrance, I'm on board with it. I love leather fragrances. It's my favorite. And when I seen this video and I looked up the notes and I seen what was in it and I seen that it was a leather forward fragrance, that's that, and the fact that the high tech laser woods, had to check that out. So the now price point on this, if you look it up on Philipp Plein's website, I think it's around $90 for the 90 mil. It comes in 90 mil and it comes in a 50 mil. I got the 50 mil here, but it also comes in a 90 mil. On Amazon right now, which is where I got mine, I picked my bottle up on Amazon. Right now on Amazon, it's $39.41 for the 50 and it's $45.71 for the 90. So not real expensive, not real cheap, kind of riding right in the middle pack there. Definitely worth it in my opinion for for the money. It's worth it. Um, the the perfumer on this one is Alberto Morales, which if price is no object, if money is no object, which apparently it isn't for Philipp Plein, then and you want a perfumer to make your fragrance, you're gonna go to Alberto Morales. I mean, he's responsible for Acqua di Gio, Versace Dylan Blue. There's a laundry list of fragrances that this guy has perfumed, and they're all bangers. They're all great. Like he's the bee's knees of perfumers, and that's who they got to make this fragrance. So that's another thing that I seen that, and I said, well, the fragrance has to be worth something if Alberto Morales is involved here. So getting to the fragrance here, let me get a test strip. Now the atomizer on this thing is great. Let me just say that. I'll do a spray and show you what the atomizer looks like, but I can tell you right now, the atomizer in this is awesome. So check this out. I mean, nice big spray, puts out a lot of fragrance. It's almost like a pressurized atomizer. Really good. And when you spray this, the very first thing, I mean, right off the bat, you're getting the leather. I mean, it's like it jumps right out on top of you from the beginning, and it's right there, clear to the end. It's definitely leather forward. Now, I'm picking up off of the notes that they give you. I mean, you got this huge note breakdown with all these notes, and I mean, I do pick up some of the spice in there. I think it was cinnamon, star anise, stuff like that. I do pick up some of the spice, and after it dries down for a little, like especially on skin, after you put it on skin and it dries down for a little bit, you start to get this really sultry kind of like a dark chocolate. Like I do get like a dark chocolate kind of almost a gourmandy kind of smell, which is awesome because there's different leather fragrance. Like they take leather and put it with different stuff, and I like trying to have different leather fragrances that have different accords with the leather to make them different. Like Parfum de Marly Go Dolphin is like a raspberry, and La Yucawan, those are like a raspberry fruity leather. And then the one I just reviewed, the Al Shabaab, that one is like a leather balanced with like some nice florals. This one is, I would say, mostly with this one, what you get is a spicy like a spicy kind of leather. And one thing I do feel like I have to mention is there is a, like, I mean, right from the beginning, it's very linear. First of all, I consider this fragrance, although it does change a little bit, it does have a little bit of transformation going through, but it stays pretty, I mean, fairly linear through the fragrance. And one thing that I pick up through the entire fragrance is there is like a slight kind of bandage smell to it, like if you were to take like a band, like band-aids, like, you know, a regular like band-aid, and the smell of that, smell of like a band-aid, that kind of like latexy band-aid smell, you do get that, you do pick that up in this. That's not like a deal breaker. That's not like, you know, it's something, it's not like a bad thing where, like, you know, it's off putting, or it's like, I'm not, you know, I don't want to wear this because it, no, but it's there. And I just want to make you guys aware of that. I just want to let you know that if that's something that would maybe be off putting to you, I would definitely suggest that you try this, you know, test it first, try to get like a decant and test it first before you buy the bottle. Although, like I said, the price point isn't that high. So it's not like you're out a whole lot of money if you did blind buy this. I mean, I blind bought it. I mean, based on the fact that, like I said, the I knew it was leather forward. I had to know what high tech laser wood smelled like, and so I blind bought this. But I wouldn't have, if I would have tested it ahead of time, if I would have got a decant and smelled it ahead of time, I still would have bought it. If that tells you anything. Like, yeah, you're gonna get that kind of like a slight kind of bandagey smell in there somewhere, but it's not anything off-putting to the point that it's taken away from the fragrance. Now, let's get into the performance on this one. Okay, performance-wise, I was really hoping, being that it's an Alberto Morales and being that it's a, you know, that it's a little bit. And first of all, let me just say, it's an eau de parfum. This is the concentration. It's not an eau de toilette. It's an eau de parfum concentration. So based on that, I was expecting a little more performance. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the performance is not good, but I was expecting a little more. On my skin, when I gave this a wear, a full wear, I'm I was around 6 hours on it, 6 to 8, depending. And I gave this the I have this torture test that I put fragrances through. I work at a golf course, and when I'm at work at the golf course, I wear work gloves. So I like to do this torture test on fragrances where I'll like spray it on my hand, put on my work gloves, work throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, see how the fragrance held up under, you know, under the, you know, my hands all sweaty and it's in the glove, and my gloves are sweaty and a little funky most of the time. And just and I would say it. I mean, it passed the torture test, meaning that I could still pick it up. It was still there, but it it wasn't, being an eau de parfum and being a little bit on the not expensive but a little on the higher price point range. I was expecting it to be a little more, but it's average to slightly above average on performance. I mean, it's not a banger. It's not a beast. It's not a beast mode fragrance, but it's also not disappointing in the performance category. It's not disappointing. You're going to be fine with this. It's 6 hours to 8 hours is the performance. The projection, you're gonna. It is a little bit softer. Like for the first hour, you're gonna get some decent projection, like arm's length projection. But then after that, it softens to like a skin scent. It's more like a skin scent, but if somebody's up close to you, they're still going to pick it. I mean, you're still going to pick it up, you know, 8 hours into the fragrance, you're still going to be able to smell it. It's just not going to be jumping off your skin. Uh, you know, it doesn't jump off skin past that first like hour or two mark. So now let's get to overall opinion on this. My overall opinion on this thing, I love the presentation. I do like the presentation a lot. Some people, I'm sure a lot of people disagree with me on that. I'm sure a lot of people say that it's tacky. A lot of people say it's, like it's a stupid presentation, but I like it. Both the box and the bottle. I keep all my fragrance boxes for whenever I get a fragrance. I put all the boxes down here on my bottom shelf, right? And the only boxes that I have out for display is I've got this Prada Loam box out, and I've got the Philipp Plein, and it lives right up there on top of the Prada box. I mean, I keep it out for a reason. I think it's pretty cool presentation, and I like the hologram. So yeah, that's one of the box that I keep out for display because I think it's pretty cool. Um, I'm sure that I'm the minority in that category. I mean, I'm probably one of the few people that really likes the presentation on this thing. Most people are hating on it, but I do like it, and so I am gonna give a hats off to this fragrance. Big hats off to Philipp Plein No Limits, to the presentation, to the smell, even to the performance. Even though, like I said, it's average to above, slightly above average, it's still good enough. The performance is good enough that I'm not disappointed in it. So that's going to be my review on Philipp Plein No Limits. Guys, go check out the video. Look up on Google Philipp Plein No Limits advertising, or Philipp Plein's No Limits ad. I think when you search it on Google, it'll come up, and the video for the fragrance ad will come up. There's a couple of them. There's like one that's a little bit longer, I think. That's got maybe like a couple more extra minutes on it or something like that. Like one's a little longer than the other, but go check out the advertising for this thing because it's crazy. And do I recommend it? Absolutely. Hats off. Like I give it a hats off because I recommend this fragrance to anybody to pick up, and especially to people who are into leather forward fragrances. If you like leather fragrances, this is one to get. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll be happy with this purchase. So that's going to do it for today for this review. I'm the Mad Fragger. Thank you so much for tuning in again. I'm going to be back real soon with a quick little follow up performance review on the Al Shabaab, that the last one I did. I will be back to do a follow up review on that here in the next day or two. So or be looking for that. And like, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, I do fragrance related content, fragrance reviews. New channel, trying to get it built up, trying to get some people watching. I'd appreciate anybody out there watching. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Um, that's going to do it for today, though. I'll be back with another fragrance video soon, and see you next time.